Hi everybody, in this video I will talk about the cube and cube roots. In the previous video I talked about the square and square root. If you have no problem for that, that will be very easy for you to learn the cube and cube root. The concept is almost the same, but now for cube you just have to multiply one more time compared to square. Okay, for example, if I write 1 to the power of 3, or we can say 1 cube, this is actually equal to 1 times 1 times 1 3 times, which will give you 1. If you have 2 cubes, it's equal to 2 times 2 times 2 will give you 8. 3 cube, 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Okay, we try one more. 4 cube, 4 times 4 times 4, which is equal to 64, and so on. Okay, so it means that if you have a number raised to the power of 3, you have to multiply 3 times, and all the number here, this all number, we call them perfect cube. Okay, so what is a perfect cube? Perfect cube means that when you have a number to the power of 3, and this number must be an integer. When this integer is raised to the power of 3, you get a perfect cube. Okay, so the concept 1 to the power of 3 means that multiply 3 times. Don't get confused with this one. Some students, they will do this way, like 3 to the power of 3, which is equal to 7. This is 7 to the power of 3. 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, so you can just press a calculator, you get 3, 4, 3, right? Okay, let me double confirm. 7 to the power of 3, okay, correct. 3, 4, 3. And this is not equal to this. Some students, they will do this way. 3 to the power of 3, they think this is 7 to the power of 3, they do this way. 7 times 3, they get 27. Oh, this is not a correct way. Okay, so don't get confused between 7 multiplied by 3, when you have a number multiplied by 3 and a number raised to the power of 3. They mean differently. Okay, let's go back to this perfect cube. If you have a number, for example, maybe 8 to the power of 3, right? 8 to the power of 3, you can just press a calculator. You will get 512. 512. This is an integer, right? This is an integer, and to the power of 3. The answer that we get here, this is perfect cube. Perfect cube. Okay, so if I have 0.2 to the power of 3, 0.2 to the power of 3 is 0.008. Is this a perfect cube? You have to look at this one. Is this an integer? No, 0.3 is a decimal, right? So this number is not a perfect cube. Okay, so if you want to test the number, is that a perfect cube or not, we can actually use the calculator cube root. Okay, this one I will talk later. Okay, just now we talk about the cube of an integer, right? So this one, let's say if I have, how about we try decimal first. 0.3 cube. This means 0.3 times 0.3 times 0.3, 3 times. Okay, in this way, if you don't want to use a calculator, you just think about 3. 3 to the power of 3, 3 cubes, which will give you 27, right? And here you have one decimal place. When you cube it, you multiply 3 times, it will become 3 decimal places. So we have 1, 2, okay, you need to add another 0 here. Okay, so you will get 0.027. Okay, you can check by your calculator. Okay, let me try another one. 0.8 cube. Okay, you just think about 8 to the power of 3. You will get 512, right? 5, 1. Oh, write down this 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8 first. Okay, so we can just think about 8 to the power of 3, which will give you 512. Okay, you can press the calculator. Now, okay, let me press the calculator, check and see. Okay, correct. And here you have one decimal place. When you keep it 1, 2, 3, you will get 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, put a decimal point here and add a 0 here. Okay, this is the answer. So actually it's very easy, right? Sometimes if the number is not really big, you can just calculate mentally without using your calculator. Okay, now we go to fractions. If you have 2 to the power of 2 over 3 raised to the power of 3 cube. This means 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. Okay, so the multiplications of fraction, you should be no problem, right? 2 times 2 times 2, you will get 8. 3 times 3 times 3, you get 27. Okay, so this is answer. And don't be careful here. If you have this one, what's the difference between this and this? Actually, they means differently. This cube is for the whole thing here, 2 and 3. That's why you see I write the 2 over 3 times here. 2 over 3 multiply 2 over 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. If I write this way without a bracket here, this means that the cube is only for 2. 2 times 2 times 2. And the 3, we do not keep it. So the answer is actually 8 over 3. They will give you, these two will give you different answer. So be careful when you do the questions. You have to look carefully. You have a bracket here or without a bracket. They actually mean differently. And another one, if the fractions is a mixed number, for example, you have 1, 2 over 3, okay, cube. You cannot do this way. Some students, they will do this way. 1 to the power of 3, you get 1. 2 to the power of 3, you get 8. And 3 to the power of 3, you get 27. No, this is not correct. Okay, but first, the first thing we want to do is to change this mixed number become an improper fraction. This is a mixed number. We need to change this one become an improper fraction. So how to do that is very easy. You learned it in primary school, right? 1 times 3, you get 3, and plus 2, we get 5. And numerator, the denominator, we just keep it as 3, still the same. 5. Okay, not 5. This is 3. This is 3. Okay, then this you can write like this. If you don't want to write this way, you can actually write like this. Okay, 5 to the power of 3, you get 125, 125, and 3 to the power of 3, you get 27. So the next step, if you want to change it, go back to a mixed number, you can just key in your calculator and you will get the answer easily, which is equal to 4 and 17 over 27. Okay, so but if you calculate this by using your calculator, you don't have to change it to a improper fraction first. You just key in this mixed number, you press cube, then you will get this answer also. Calculator understand it, no problem. Okay, let me show you how to actually use a calculator to do this part. Okay, you want to key in 1 and 2 over 3, right? Okay, so put a bracket here. Now you have a mix. If you want to key in mixed number, you need to press a yellow color one. You have to press a shift first. Press this one. So you have the template for the mixed number. You press 1, and this is 2. Okay, this is 3. Oh, okay, then raise to the power of 3. You will see here, right? Here, shift. Okay, now you already key in 1 and 2 or 3 to the power of 3. You just press equal. You will get this improper fractions. If you want to change to a mixed number, you just press this one. Oh, see first. Okay, then you will get 4 and 17 over 27. So this is the way how we use the calculator to help us to get the cube. Okay, let me try this. 0.8, right? So 0.8 to the power of 3. To the power of 3, you can press shift, then press this one. You get like this. If you don't want to key in this way, you can actually do like this. To the power of 3, you can press this one. So you can just key in 3 here. Equal. You will get this is the fractions. If you don't want your answer in fraction form, you want to express your answer in decimal, you just press this button. 0.512. Very easy, right? Okay, now if the questions give you a number and want you to determine whether the given number is a perfect cube or not, you can test this manually, or you can just cube root on the calculator to find the answer. Okay, so let me show you how to calculate it, determine whether the number is a perfect cube or not without using calculator. Okay, so now let's say the number is 512. Okay, if you want to determine is this number a perfect cube, right, we can use the prime factorization method. 512, and we divided by the smallest prime number. Okay, we just divided by 2. So 512 divided by 2, you will get 256. Okay, this 256 also can be divided by 2, right? Okay, so 128 also can be divided by 2. Okay, 64 also can be divided by 2. Okay, we keep on dividing the number inside here by 2. Okay, so not necessarily must use the 2. It depends on the number inside the bracket. Since these all are even number, so we divided by the smallest prime number, which is 2. Okay, so here also the same. Okay, so now you know that the 512 is actually equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oops, not enough space. Okay, we have 9 times of 2, and you will get 512. We try to separate these all prime factors, this all prime number, into 3 identical groups. If we can do like this, means that this is a perfect cube. It cannot, means that this number is not a perfect cube. So since that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I want to separate them into 3 groups. So here, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So from here, I know that it's 2 times 2 times 3. Oh, sorry, 2 times 2 times 2, you will get 8. And here also 8. And here also 8, right? Okay, so we know that 512 is actually 8 to the power of 3. So from here, we know 512 is a perfect square. Why? Because this number is an integer. Okay, let me try another one. 729. Maybe you try 729. Yeah. Okay, this one, if you want to check by your calculator, how? Very easy. We use cube root. So later on, I will discuss with you more about the cube root. So I just show you first how to actually use a calculator to key in cube root. Cube root, you see here, press this, you get cube root. You press 512. When you press equal here, you get an integers. Okay, this 512 is a perfect cube. So if this is not perfect cube, okay, let me change this 512. Okay, 513, press equal, you get a decimal. Oh, from here I know 513 is not a perfect cube. Okay, now let's try 729 first. 729. So how to determine is this a perfect cube or not? Same method, divided by the smallest prime number. 729. Okay, so it cannot be divided by 2 because this is not an even number, right? But I know this can be divided by 3, right? Okay, we just divided by 3 here. Okay, this one also can be divided by 3. Okay. Okay, so 9 divided by 3, 3. Okay. Go until 1. So 3 divided by 3, you get 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I want to separate them into 3 identical groups. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, from here I get 3, 3, you get 9, right? 3, 3, you get 9. Here, 3, 3, you get 9 also. And we know the 729 is actually equal to 9 to the power of 3. Okay, let me check correct or not. 9 to the power of 3. Okay, 729, correct. So from here, we can make a conclusion that this 729 is a perfect cube. Easy, right? Okay, the 729, if you want to check by your calculator, you can do this way. Cube root 729, 729. Oh, you get an integer, right? So this 729 is a perfect cube. Okay, let me show you a number. Let me try a number which is not perfect cube. Well, okay, how about we try 360? 360. Okay, same method. Take this 360 divided by the smallest prime number. Okay, divided by 2 first. Okay. So 45, this is no longer can be divided by 2, right? Because this is not an even number. So I just divided by 3. Okay, 15 also can be divided by 3. And 5 cannot be divided by 5 cannot be divided by 3, but it can be divided by 5. Okay, so 360, I know this is actually equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Okay, now I try to distribute this all number into 3 identical groups. 1, 2, 3. So now I have 3, 2, right? So I can write 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, and 1, 2 here. And but I only have 2, 3. You can put 3 here, 3 here. Here we don't have 3, right? So we are actually not able to make these all prime factors become 3 identical groups. Okay, so from here we know that this is not a perfect square. Sorry, it's not a perfect cube. This is not a perfect cube. Okay, so how to check by using the calculator? Very easy. Same step, you key in 360 here. 360, you press equal. You see, you cannot get an integer, you get a very long decimal. From here, we know that this 360 is not a perfect cube. Okay, now let's go to cube root. So cube root is actually the inverse operations of cube. For example, if you have 2 cube, you will get what? You will get 8, right? And if you cube root this number, you will get back 2. Okay, let me write this way. To cube, you get 8, right? If you cube root, you have to write the 3 here. Remember, for the square root, we don't have to write the 2 here. People understand that. But cube, fourth root, and fifth root, and so on. If this is more than 2, we have to write the number here so that people know that this is actually cube root. Cube root of 8, you will get 2 back. Okay, same thing. If you have 3 cube, you get 27. If you cube root 27, you will get 3 back. Okay. Or we can make a conclusion like this. For example, you have a number, any number here, root to the power of 3, and this is cube root. Or we can just do this way, and we get this 8. For example, if I give you 13 power 3 here. So from here, we don't have to know what is the 13 power 3. We just cancel this way. Okay, so we get the answer is 13. If you want to calculate this number out first, also can. Okay, we can use the calculator. Okay, let me show you here. Okay, maybe I press 13 to the power of 3 first. Cube, you get 2197. So cube, not the cube root. So copy 2197. Okay, then you cube root it. Cube root 2197. Okay, you see, you go back, actually you get back 13. You get back 13. So we don't have to do like this. We just can cancel this way and look at the number inside here, and that will be the answer. Let me give you some few example. Okay, let's say 20 cube. Okay, so you can get the answer very fast. If this is cube root, this is cube. Okay, you can do this way. If this is cube, this is square root. We cannot do this way. Or if this is cube root and this is square, we cannot do this way either. Okay, so the answer is 20. Sometimes the question will not give you in this form. Let me give it this way, like 21 times 21 times 21. Okay, so what is the answer? Let's say if you don't want to use the calculator, what is the answer? These three the same number, right? They are the same number. Okay, we know this is actually equal to cube root of 21 to the power of 3. Okay, again the same thing. The answer is 21. Okay, let me show you. If you want to use the calculator, chat. 21 times 21 times 21. The answer will be 21. Okay, if you have the calculator, or actually we can get the answer very fast. Okay, now let's learn how to find the cube root of a number for a bigger number without using the calculator. Okay, maybe we try 729. Okay, 729. So if we can use a calculator, we can get the answer very fast. If we don't have a calculator, how to do it? If this is a perfect square, perfect cube, no problem. We can do the same thing, prime factorization. Okay, keep on divided by the smallest prime number. This one can be divided by 3, right? So through 3, you can say, okay. Here also can be divided by 3. And this one also can be divided by 3. All can be divided by 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times of 3. So that if I want to separate them become three identical group. Why three identical group, not two identical group? Because this is cube root, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this 3 you get 9 times 9 times 9, right? Okay, so I just write 7. Now this one I am doing for 729, not cube root of 729. Okay, so here I will know that it's 9 to the 9 is 3 times. Okay, it's 9 power 3. And then now I write one more time. Cube root of 729 is actually cube root of 9 power 3, right? Okay, then cancel. You will know the answer is actually 9. So if you want to check by calculator, we just press shift then press this button. You will get a cube root here. Key in the number here 729. Okay, you will get 9. So how about negative number? Sometimes you are asked to determine the cube root of a negative number. Cube root of negative number. Okay. So negative 216 is equal to what times what number times what number? Definitely we know this number must be negative. If this is positive, we will impossible to get a negative number here, right? So we know this is negative, this is negative, this is negative. And next thing, we just think about 216. What times what times what, you will get 216. We can use the prime factorizations. 216, okay, divided by the smallest prime number. Okay, I think I did divided by 2 first. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. Okay, 27 cannot be divided by 2. I need to divide it by 3. So 9 divided by 3, you get 3. Okay, keep on divide the number until you get 1. Okay, so now this is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. If I want to separate this all number into 3 identical group, so here I take 2, right? Okay, here also I take. Okay, so I write here for positive number first. Later only I fill in here. The 216 is actually equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, separate them become 3 identical groups. So will be 1, 2 here, and a 1 here, and a 1 here. 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so 216 is actually 6 to the power of 3, right? Because it's 6, 6, and 6. Okay, from here I know that this negative 216 is equal to negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6. Negative, negative, it becomes positive, right? Positive, negative, it will go back to negative. Okay, now I only go back to this. Now only go back to this. Cube root of negative 216. And I know negative 216 is actually this. Negative 6 to the power of 3, right? Okay, so this answer is negative 6. If we do by our calculator, then we can do this way. Negative 216. Press it equal, then you get the answer very fast. Negative 6. So if let's say we don't have the calculator, we need to do this way. If this number is a negative number, you cube root it, the answer must be also a negative number. Okay, now we try cube root of decimal and also cube root of the fractions. If the question asks you to find cube root of negative 0.343. Okay, just like I told you, if this number is negative, you cube root it, definitely you will get your answer will be in negative, right? So you just think about 343. What number to the power of 3 is actually 343? You know 7, right? And this, let me know, negative 0.7, because one decimal place, if you cube it, you will get 3 decimal places here. Okay, and this number is the answer is negative 0.7. So you want to check, you want to use a calculator, will be like this, negative 0.343. Press equal, you get this one. If you want to change become fraction, sorry, decimal, you get negative 0.7. So how about fractions which involve mixed number? 4/17/27. Okay, so when you involve, you see a mixed number, you want to find the cube root. If you use calculator, no problem, you can just key in this one. Inside a calculator, you cube root it, you get the answer. But if you want to do it manually, first thing is to convert this this mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay, let me convert first. So how to convert is actually very easy. 4 times 27, then you plus 17 here. You get 125. And this denominator we just copy. Okay, so now what number to the power of 3? You will actually get 5. Sorry, 125. 5, right? So this is 5. Or you can write one more step like this. You can separate them, become 2 parts if you want. If you don't want, you can straight go to the answer. Okay, here a cube root of 125, you know, this is 5. Cube root of 27, which is 3, right? So you want to change back to mixed number, is 1 and 2 or 3. So if you use a calculator, you can do it faster. Just press this one. Okay, key in the mixed number here. 4, 17, 27. Press equal, you get 503. If you want to change become a mixed number, press this one, 1 and 2 or 3. Okay, so now I think it should be okay, right, about the how to find the cube of a number and also how to find the cube root of a number. A cube has a volume of 3375 cubic centimeter. If the length of the side of another cube, now we have two cubes. Once the volume is 3375 cubic centimeter, the volume, and another cube is the side length is 3 centimeters shorter. Calculate the volume of the smaller cube. Okay, let me draw a diagram for you. Now you have a bigger cube, you have a big cube. Sorry, my diagram is not nice. Okay, I try my best. Okay, and the volume here is 3375 cubic centimeter. And we have another cube which is smaller. And now we are asking to find the volume for this cube. So we know that this is a cube. The length, width, and height must be the same, right? Here also the same. And we know that the side length for this cube is actually 3 centimeters shorter than this one. So the first thing is to find the length, width, and height of this cube, right? So how to get this number? There must be a number multiply 3 times, you will get 3375, right? So if I want to get back the number, That is a number I don't know. I just let it be x to the power of 3. You get 3375. So if you want to find the number, we can do it this way. Cube root both sides. 3375. And so remember just now I told you like this, you can sum, right? You get x with the length here, with the length here. Okay, this one you just press your calculator. Cube root of 3375. Okay, you get 15. Now I know this is actually 15 centimeter. And this side length of this another cube, which is smaller cube, is 3 centimeters less than this. Minus 3. You get 12 centimeter. And the volume now, we know this is 12. The volume for this smaller cube will be very easy. 12 times 12 times 12. Okay, so we just use a calculator to help us. 12 to the power of 3. Okay, so we get the answer 1728 cubic centimeter. Sometimes in exam you will see this type of questions. Given to few informations are given to you, and for this type of questions, if the question asks you to find cube root of 28000, you cannot straight away go to the calculator, press here this cube root of 28000, then you get the answers. It's not correct way to solve this type of questions. You have to use the information given here. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Now cube root 28000. So let's say if you don't want to use a calculator, I need to change this one 28000 to this one or to this one, so that I know I already know that cube root of 28 is equal to this, cube root of 2.8 is equal to this. Okay, I show you both first. Let's say if I change become 28 here, this is 28000. Definitely it's not equal to 28 here. So in order to get back this 30 here, I have times 1000, right? So if I change it become 2.8, if I change become 2.8, so what should I multiply in order to change the 2.8 go back to this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to multiply 10,000, right? Okay, and this actually we have some problem here if we don't want to use a calculator. Okay, we can separate them like the square root, cube root, the same thing, we separate them. The problem is now here no problem, we know cube root of 2.8 which is equal to 1.409, but the problem is how to get the cube root of 10,000 here. If without calculator, this is not a perfect cube. You see, cube root 10,000. Where long decimal here. How can we calculate this one without using calculator, right? So this is not suitable. This is a suitable one. Why? Okay, let me show you here. Cube root 28, and here is cube root 1000. Cube root 28 given by the questions 3.037, and 1000 is a perfect cube, so cube root it, you get 10, right? Very easy. And this is multiply 10, you move this decimal point one step to your right hand side, 30.37. So in this type of question, normally you can get it correct. If you want to check whether your answer correct or not, you press the calculator. Cube root of 28000, you will get very near 30.365 here. So you will get excuse me, sorry. So you can compare our answer with the calculator answers. Should be very near. Okay, now I show you B. I write over here, I need to find the cube root of 2800. So just now you understand it, you already understood, right? How to choose this one or this one. Okay, so this is cube root 1, 2, 3. I will choose, in this one, I will choose 2.8. Why 2.8? Because if you write 2.8 here, you need to times 1000, which is perfect cube, right? And then the next step, separate them, become two parts. Okay, so cube root of 2.8, 1.409. Cube root of 1000, which is equal to 10. And this is multiply, you move your decimal one step to your right hand side, 14.09. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, we try one more. This one, which involves negative number. So as I told just now, before you calculate, you know that if you keep root a negative number, definitely you will get a negative answer. So the way how we solve is over the same. Keep root 0, negative 0.028. Okay, so here I just change it become 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just change it become 28. 28 time. Okay, this is not multiply. Because why? This is 0 point something. I write 28, right? I must divide. Then it becomes smaller. So in this example, I have to use divide. 2.8 divided by 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I should choose 28. Sorry, 28 because 3 step, right? I need 3 step. 1, 2, 3, 3 step. 1000. And here you have a negative here. Okay, so the negative you can put here or put here, no problem. So let's say I put the negative over here. So here I just put 28. At the bottom here, I put negative 1000. Okay, cube root of 28, you will get, look at the questions, it's 3.037. 3.037. Cube root of negative 1000, it must be negative 10, right? Okay, so the answer, positive, negative, we get negative. Divided by 10, you have to move your decimal point one step to your left, 0.3037. Okay, this is the answer. So let me check by the calculator. Negative 0.028. Okay, so very near our answer with the calculator. Okay, so this is a correct. This is a way how we find the cube root of a number using the information given here. Okay, for this video, I just stop here. Hope that you understand better about the cube and cube roots after watching this video. Thanks for spending time to watch my video and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.